Hello YouTube family, what's going on? It's Roar with a quick update. It's been 5 months since my last chemotherapy treatment and I feel awesome. My hair is back, my eyebrows are back, I have energy again, and it's just a great feeling. I did have a recent scare where I thought lymphoma was coming back. I had chills, I had fevers, night sweats again, that's what really scared me. But luckily I went to the doctor and it was just pneumonia. So I was super happy to have pneumonia, which was weird, but it was way better than cancer. So that's all gone in the past and I'm feeling great and moving on. No cancer, which is good. What I want to talk today as far as the real estate side is creative financing. So as I'm starting to get in this investing world, obviously I don't have a nest egg of money that I'm planning on just putting somewhere. I need to start thinking creatively on how I'm going to start investing. By the way, we did finally close on our first property. It's a 3-story vacation beach house in Destin, Florida, and so I'll put out some details on that as we get that house ready to go. We're going to repaint it and do some minor fix-ups, and we'll hopefully have that up in a couple weeks. But as far as creative financing, I want you to talk about, what does it mean for creative financing when someone doesn't have a ton of money to invest in real estate, but you want to start to grow that kind of empire, if you will. There's some things we can do. There's private money lenders, there's hard money lenders, there's conventional lending, there's HELOCs, there's multiple ways you can tap into either equity or capital in different ways. But today I'm going to talk about what's called a self-directed IRA. I've had a lot of people come contact me and say, hey, Roar, I'm really excited. I want to get into real estate, but I don't have a lot of cash. But I do have this IRA. It's a traditional or a Roth IRA that has a lot of money in it, but it's sitting in there with my mutual fund or whatever, and they've been kind of upset the past year. It's been kind of rough on them as far as their return on investment with their mutual fund, and so they wanted to try to invest in real estate. So I let them know, hey, you're able to transition that traditional or Roth IRA into what's called a self-directed IRA. And once you do that, you'll have a custodian in charge of your IRA, and you can tell them, essentially, I want to invest in alternate assets. And under those alternate assets, you can invest in things like gold or land or oil or real estate, both residential and commercial. And so, obviously there are some rules when it comes with a self-directed IRA. You can't essentially pay yourself, so you can't buy a house that you're living in. You can't buy a house you're going to rent out and be a property manager and pay yourself. So there are some rules and regulations. I'm not going to get all the details now, but it is a really cool vehicle that you can use your money and invest in passively, essentially, in real estate. And so there are some other advantages of it as well. So under a traditional or Roth IRA, you have the tax advantages of either being taxed before you put your money in or as you take your money out. And the same thing is true when you are talking about these self-directed IRAs investing in real estate. So if you have your money in a Roth IRA and you transition that into a self-directed IRA, you're able to take advantage of those tax benefits, i.e. you're not going to be taxed on any additional gains that you get within that IRA. And so if you were to transition and say invest passively into one of my LLCs where we do say a flip or a rehab. Now one of the biggest issues that people have with flips or rehabs is the fact that you typically pay short-term capital gains on those rehabs because it's typically less than 12 months that you're holding that asset. And so a lot of people don't like that when they use their own money from their checking account or savings account. They do a flip, say they make $30,000 to $50,000 in the flip, and they have to pay their normal tax bracket on it as well as an additional short-term capital gains tax, which could lead to a lot of money that you're paying out of pocket to Uncle Sam. But luckily with this self-directed IRA, whether it's traditional or Roth, you're able to either hold off on those taxes until you take the money out, or if it's a Roth IRA, you've already paid taxes on that money and you don't need to pay it any short-term capital gains on it, which is awesome. So I think the self-directed IRA is a really cool asset that people can utilize when they're trying to not just invest purely in the stock market like most people do with their IRA, and they want to have a little bit more control with where they put their money. So that's it for today. Self-directed IRA, it's an awesome thing. Like I said, I didn't go into all the details, but I'll put some links below that you can try to pull some specific information. If you have any questions about real estate or investing or anything that has to do with cancer, please reach out. I've had a lot of people reach out, and it's been awesome to talk to people who have been recently diagnosed with lymphoma or people who are interested in investing. Two things that I'm obviously passionate about. So thanks guys. I love you guys. Talk to you later. We'll see you. Bye.